There is nothing quite like representing your country in an international matchup, and we're going to see that on display tonight here for EA Sports. Setters glide into position for the opening draw. We've been waiting all day for this, and it is time to ride. We're underway here. Intercepted at center by Cahoon.
By the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Chernak's lugging the puck. Quick feed to Slovakia. Back to the point and set it up. Comes up with a bad save. Grabbed along the board by Tatar. Hammers it on net. Denies him. He got all of it.
Often in pregame, coaches will tell you we want to play heavy hockey, and that's exactly how this game has started for them. But it only starts when you have physical engagement, and that hit right there tells me they're ready, they're on point, and they're dialed in.
We're still in the early stages of this period. The game is still scoreless. Slovakia's got it in the offensive zone. Denies him on the slapper. Scooped up along the wall by Tatar. Back-to-back saves there. And no battle for that loose puck around the boards. Tucked away in the defensive end. Slovakia's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Puck picked up by Tatar. What a steal in his own end. Feeds the puck over to Cahoon. Slides by the check. Scores! And just like that, we've got our first in the game countered and given our broadcast headset on.
He was just putting it on, James. That was incredibly fast, and the coach couldn't have drawn it up any quicker. They say, hey, let's get off to a good start. I'd say they just did. Well, this goal has it all. I mean, you have to shake your defender, which is not easy to do, but it's power, it's explosiveness, and then the recognition that you created the lane for yourself. I love it from start to finish. That's a tremendous goal.
Team Slovakia's early lead in this one, a direct result, Cheryl, of moving their feet.
They're moving their feet and they're moving the puck, and this gives them a little bit of a cushion to play free, and you get your entire bench into the game early. You show good habits, and you get rewarded for it.
There's the whistle stopping the play and allowing him to get off the ice and get a much-needed breather here.
Nevich is just trying to get back on his feet here. I mean, that was a top hit right through the body. I'm sure he's still feeling the effects of that one.
Slovakia's been the better team to this point, and the stats show it. Germany's won the draw in the neutral zone.
Peterka is going to have to keep his head up throughout this game. No one liked that play earlier that injured their player. The crowd is frustrated, including the bench. He'll have to be aware when that puck's on his stick.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. Slovakia's ahead 1-0. Germany's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. Slovakia's got the puck in the defensive end. Here's a chance. To his teammate. Stopped by the goaltender.
Sometimes when you have no time to think and make these types of saves, I mean, there's no hesitation here, just simply reaction to be able to make it.
Passes it to Studenic. Intercepts it at center. Bob's got the puck. Slovakia's got the puck. Krajkovic is moving the puck through his own zone. Oh, he exploded on him in the open ice.
He knew exactly what he was doing with that hit this early in the game. He's trying to send a message and dictate the pace.
Peterka's going to play it against the half wall. Oh, and it stays out. He got a piece of that one.
I'm not sure if he just got the wind knocked out of him, James, after that enormous hit, or whether there's an injury, but either way, he is really struggling to get back to the bench.
Grubauer's opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff.
Let's have another look at that hit there, James. I mean, he looks shaken up. Reichel's getting some assistance here by the medical staff, James, and this is a tough one to watch as he makes his way down the tunnel to the locker room where he'll be assessed. He's just hopping there. He can't put any weight on that one leg.
It is very evident that this is a leg injury, and he is going to need some medical attention here. What a save by Grubauer! Finds nothing but air on that shot. Team Germany's got it into the offensive zone. Germany's got it now. Takes the shot, and there's the save.
The key to being a great goaltender is not giving up second shot opportunities, and it's playing the rebounds to the corner. He does an excellent job here.
Puts it on. Swats it with the glove and got just enough of it.
Grubauer is aggressive and at the top of his crease and makes an outstanding save from the slot.
Skates to the crease. Team Slovakia's got the puck on their own end. And he gives it over to Lantosi. Handles it along the blue line. Denies him with the save. Feeds it over to Sturm. From his own end, he moves it up ahead.
Fast and quick lead pass.
Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. Lantosi's got the puck in his own zone. And he sidesteps the check there. He got all of that hit. Germany's got the puck along the boards. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Slavkovsky. Germany's got the puck along the wall. Here's a shot. Oh, he got paddled by Grubauer.
These are the small space skills that some of these athletes have nowadays. They work on it continuously in practice. But to maintain possession while you're being jostled and shoved around, it's incredible to see the hand-eye coordination and the balance in this sequence to take it to the net.
Played big in the moment there. Germany's got possession of the puck. Quick pass across to Peterka. And that's a great heads-up play in the offensive zone. Oh, I thought he was going to be beaten, and he somehow got a piece of that. From the slot, wrist shot. Big-time stop there. Grubauer's going to hang on to the puck for a whistle.
I love that he's controlling what he can control right here, and for him, that's imposing his physical will, and he really wants to rally the troops. He knows they're trailing, but it's a spark, right? It's all about a spark and what comes next.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. We got a 1-0 game to this point. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Handles the puck. Cutter to the slot. Stopped by the goaltender.
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
With the stop. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Slovakia's been rewarded early in this one by putting lots of pucks on net. Team Germany's won the faceoff. Denies him with the save. Slovakia's got a hold of it against the wall. They go on the attack from the left side. Handles the puck at the point. Stopped by the goaltender.
Well, this save looks easier than it actually is. I mean, when you have a shooter right in the slot, and you know that you've got to find a way to get your glove on it, you got to be fast, you got to be quick and show those reflexes. He does that and makes the save.
Team Slovakia's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. And they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Back to the point it goes. And he stamps that one with the glove. Slovakia's capitalized on their offensive abilities here in this first period.
trying to make himself as big as possible. But unfortunately, the shooter is able to put it by.
Germany's got to be feeling good about their game once again, evening the score so quickly.
Yeah, and that's a counterpunch, right? And that's what the coach wants to see. You can get down by one, you're in a deficit, but you don't dig the ball deeper or further down. You find a way to be assertive. What I like about their game is they found a way to get physically engaged, and with that has come more opportunity.
Team Germany's got a hold of the puck now. Scrum along the wall. Germany's got it from behind the net. An attempt to clear the puck from deep inside his own end. And the puck's out of harm's way. Oh, here we go. Beat the goaltender, but couldn't beat the post.
Offensive opportunities, and they don't have it all the time, especially in a tie game, and an opportunity to cash in right there, and it just goes off the pipe and out.
Moves around along the half wall. A chance. Gets in front of it.
This is just great puck control to put the puck to the corner. No second shot opportunity.
Oh, what a save in front.
Goaltender spent so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this puck is coming from, and he makes the save.
With the stop. Team Slovakia's got a hold of it along the wall. Slovakia's got it in the wrong zone. Over the line they come. From the point, they take control of it. Team Germany's got a hold of the puck. Slovakia's got control of it now here in the offensive end. And it's off the iron! Puck is frozen, and we'll get a face-off.
Well, the puck doesn't go in at either end of the ice here, but both teams are trading grade A chances right now. There is a ton of pace and volume of shots to this game right now.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. We are all tied up in this one. Team Slovakia's got it, and they're on the attack. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Picked up along the wall by Pospisil. Team Germany's gained possession. Headman pass. Oh, my! Scores! Oh, that was a beauty!
2 goals in right around a minute 40.
Anybody who just got up for a quick snag is probably looking at the scoreboard going, what happened?
Well, don't blink. The game can change in an instant.
Absolutely.
Well, he drives his way to the net and finishes it off with a goal, but it all starts when he's able to hold on to the puck. I mean, he's being jostled, he's being shoved, but he's having none of it, just exemplifying how strong he is. He's got that wide base, and he just pushes forward.
Germany's taken a 1-goal lead here in this opening stanza. And how does this now change the complexity?
I think the coach wants to manipulate their bench now that they have dictated pace change. But if you're an elite athlete, you're always pushing for more. One certainly isn't enough. You don't have enough runway to sit back and say, hey, we're going to coast this one in.
Team Slovakia's gained possession along the boards. Shuts it down. What a stop. Sends a pass over. Germany's moving it into the offensive end. Picked off by Slavkovsky. Return pass. Fires it, and he makes the save. Picked up along the boards by Marinson. And the puck leaves the zone. They'll be forced to regroup at center. Puck grabbed by Marinson. Handles the pass. They go on the attack through center. Moves it to Slavkovsky. And that's knocked away by Mueller. Grubauer's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Still lots of time left here in this frame. Germany's got the momentum with a 1-goal lead. They'd love to add to that. Slovakia's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Grabs the puck in the corner. Taken along the wall by Ferrapari. Back to the blue line. Redirected off a stick. Germany's got the puck. Slovakia staying the line and into the zone. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Paterka. And now he moves it to Bach. Moves the puck along the half wall. Takes a shot. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net.
Nevich's earlier injury is going to keep him out of the game, James. We just received confirmation from the staff, and this isn't good.
Not good at all. Huge blow for the team. And somebody who's just so well-liked, too, right? Those intangibles that he brings on the bench as well at times like this. Don't like seeing that at all. Lantosi's crossed the line and is on the attack now. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by Draisaitl.
Sometimes when you're losing, you can get caught up over time here, James, and this is a product of him mismanaging the puck. Sometimes you got to keep it simple and just get the puck going the other way.
Slovakia is looking to even things up here in period number 1 as they still trail despite outshooting the opposition. Quick pass to Marincin. Oh, nice use of the boards with the pan pass. There's a collision with some authority. And he takes the dish. Lays into the body on the play. Look at this pounder. They're going to go.
Well, they're going to go and run the fist, not just their mouths here. Physical engagement, trying to switch momentum for each of their teams.
Crowd on its feet for this one, but just you hope that nobody's hurt here, Cheryl.
Well, that's the biggest thing for me, James. I mean, he went down and he went down hard. He got that punch square, and real tough to watch him as he labors to get up.
And I think the officials have seen enough of this, and I think the fans will probably see enough of these guys too, Cheryl.
Yeah, if they stay in the game, you know what's coming. It's going to continue throughout the game, so they're gone, and they'll go to the showers, and they'll get cooled off.
Good fight for the puck along the boards. Grabbed along the boards by Tatar. Right up the gut, here they go. Puck scooped up by Cernak. And he gets all of that one as it was teed up with the slapper, but he puts it aside. Oh, he got all of it. What a save by Grubauer.
I really like this save, James, because he challenges the shooter who's all alone in the slot area. He turns aside a real dangerous opportunity.
Still lots of time left in the period. Germany's got a slim lead. They lead it 2-1. Kowalski stick handling in his own zone. And now it's grabbed by Draisaitl. Slovakia's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Slavkovsky's got it across the line. And the puck dies with the trapper save. Quick feed to Kowalski. Into the offensive end now. Sends it over. Shot! Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Shuts him down. Tries to feed it over to Tatar. Taken by Cernak. Odd man rush. Oh, he had the answer on that one. Germany's got it in their own zone. Moves it quickly over to Draisaitl. Grabs control of it at the point. Pospisil's got it in the defensive end. Sidesteps the check. Denies him in close.
Well, that shot came quick, and it was right out front. He had to be sharp. He had to be right on it and show his brilliant reflexes.
Fires it on net. And that's denied by Madden. Passes it over. Team Slovakia's got the puck. Gains the zone through the middle. Here's a shot. And he gets just enough of it to keep it out for the back of the net. Paterka's taking it from his own end. Slovakia's got a hold of it against the wall. And he coughs it up with the pass. Gets down low and blocks the shot. Team Slovakia is looking to break out. Puck picked up by Kajkovic. Pospisil's gain the line and on the attack. Turned aside with the glove by Grubauer. And he takes the feed. Into the offensive zone. Quick shot! Big stop right there!
his rhythm here, James. Looking real nice in his crease, the way he's moving, taking away a huge opportunity for his opponent with that high-danger save.
Team Slovakias have put up a lot of shots so far here in the first, but they still haven't found any finish or any solid results yet. Slovakia's won the face-off deep in their own end. Tremendous block on the play.
And the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Takes a shot. Glove save. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Past the halfway mark of this period, it's a 2-1 game. Team Slovakia has won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Shot, and there's the save. Battle along the boards. Oh, it was right there on the one-timer, but the stick breaks.
Well, and a perfect setup and a great pass, and it just explodes as it comes off his stick.
Here's a shot. Scores the strikeout kid, and that's 3 unanswered goals.
Over and over and over again, James. And you can see the excitement on the bench. They know that they've deflated and they've pushed their opponent back on their heels. They need to keep plugging away here and not get complacent. There's so many different ways to get up ice quickly, James. You can have quick, close support, and you can also get in behind the coverage and execute a perfectly timed stretch pass like that one. He's going to get an assist for his efforts on that goal.
Team Germany's clearly had a few energy drinks prior to puck drop because they're already up by a pair here in the first.
It's always great to see a team come out and play with desperation, not just at the end of the game. There's been urgency to their step and a lot of pace to their play.
Eisenschmidt's got it in the offensive zone. And that's a smart heads-up play by Studenic. Germany's got control of it now from their own end. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. Good save! We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Team Slovakia's had plenty of good looks here so far in the first, but they still trail. Slovakia's got it in the defensive zone. Takes it across the blue line. Germany's gained possession along the boards. Looks to make a play over to Eisenschmidt. Moves it to Reeder. Team Slovakia is looking to break out of their own end. Slides the cross-ice pass. Slovakia's got it along the wall. Slips by the check. Here's a chance. Team Germany's got the puck. Good heads-up play to bat it down to the ice. Look! Ow! He dropped his stick after that one.
Now, Hockey 101, play with your head up. His is down, he gets rocked, and he loses his stick in the process.
Takes the feed at the point. Puck grab by Demick.
Scores! Well, James, this is on and off his stick in a hurry, and it had to be because he is right next to the goaltender. He's grade A, and he buries it.
Slovakia's got themselves a goal back, and they're right into it once again.
Well, it only takes one to reset the life for this team, and you can certainly see it as the bench erupted with that goal.
Team Slovakia's on the attack. Shot! Puck is off his helmet. Hopefully he's okay.
The goaltenders are the last line of defense for a reason. This time, he bails his team out.
Team Slovakia's got the lead in shots. Nevertheless, they still trail here in the first. And they win the offensive zone face-off. Now let's see if they can capitalize. Turns him away. Mueller's lugging the puck. And he takes the feed. Shot! Oh, and he puts it wide of the net.
No, and this is a near miss, James. You're trying to be accurate. You know how good the goaltenders are, and you just missed by a few inches.
Play is blown dead with the offside. Past the midway mark of the frame, Slovakia's trailing by 1. And off the draw, they take the puck. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose a defender there. Puts it on net. Turned aside with the glove. Pushes it across to Chernak. Great pressure to force the turnover by Draisaitl. Turned that one aside. Team Slovakia's got the puck in the defensive end. Passes ahead to the right side. We got a whistle offside to call. Both teams gliding into position, and the official set to drop the puck. Slovakia's won it. Shot! And that's off target as it hits a body. Angles it over to Peterka. Germany is ready to go on the attack. Slovakia's got the puck along the boards. And that's offside, stopping the play. Nice job tying up his opponent. Fires it! Oh, comes up with a stop. Bob's got control of the puck in the corner. Slovakia's got it in their own zone. Koshkovic is into the offensive zone now on the attack. Pass in front! Oh, he comes up with a stop. Tosses it on to Holzer. Borchart's moving the puck through his own zone. Slovakia's got possession of the puck. Ferrari's got the puck in his own zone. Shot! Stops him cold! And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. In the final moments of this period, Team Germany's hanging on to this 3-2 lead. And they win the draw on their own end. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Slovakia's got a hold of the puck now. And he takes the pass. Here they come through center and into the offensive end.
They get the equalizer, James, and really they've been rewarded for their efforts. They got down in this game, but they continue to chip away press, and now they find themselves at evens.
Slovakia's evened it up right before the end of the first period, so what becomes the message now in the locker room, Cheryl?
Well, you want to start the second the way you finished the first, right? And I think that's the pivotal thing is you want to make sure that you have urgency right from puck drop. And sometimes you don't want that break, James, because you're coming off of the shift, you score the goal, you want to keep it going.
Right up the gut into the offensive end. Team Germany's got the puck along the wall. From the right side, moves it up ahead. And he avoids the poke check with some great edge work. Big save. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. Face-off looming as both centers get into position. Team Slovakia's won the draw. Slides it diagonally to Demick. Puck not loose after that hit. Fires it on net. Turns aside the slap shot. Wow. And the puck's booted away. Here's a short pass to Draisaitl. Across the line from center. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Drysaitl's trying to get a little too fancy with the puck there, and as a result, he loses it.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. Punks it away in his own end. Here's a shot. There's the whistle. We'll get a face-off after the goalie covers up. Getting into the later stages of this period, you can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. Takes it and looks ahead. To the low side. Fantastic save. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Takes the pass. Picked up here in the neutral zone by Bergman. Quick shot. That's not going to fool him. Slovakia's got a hold of it along the wall. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. The lane was plugged up and that shot's blocked. From point blank, wins the iron.
Team Slovakia has been on the wrong side of the hockey gods tonight, James. How many have they shot off the post?
Scooped up along the wall by Slavkovsky. And a big-time save on a big-time shot. Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Looks to pass it to Marincin. Grabs the puck. Works it across to Chernak. Team Slovakia is moving it up the ice. And a good heads-up defensive play in the open ice. Here's a feed in front. Great defensive play to pick off the pass. Here they come on the attack. Directs it on over to Bach. Takes the feed. Here's a shot. And it's stopped by the glove. Nice play there. Passes over to Pospisil. And he handles the cross-ice pass. And that doesn't reach the net. Team Germany's got a hold of it against the wall. They're looking to make something happen through the neutral zone now. Slovakia's regained possession of the puck. Quick pass across to Studenic. Intercepted at center by Reeder. Dropped him in the open ice. Picked up along the wall by Mueller. And he serves it across to Pakunka. Oh, smart heads up Reed. Takes the shot. What a stop. Slides the puck across to Reeder. Gaining momentum up along the side. Look out, here they come on the attack. Team Slovakia's grabbed a hold of the puck. Battle along the wall. Trying to get back on the attack now. Slovakia's got control of the puck. Team Slovakia's across the blue line. Here's a shot. Big save by the goaltender. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Here in the late going of the frame, it's all tied up. Team Slovakia's got the puck inside the offensive zone. Here's an offensive chance. Misses over the net.
Hockey is a game of inches, and you know these athletes take so many shots on net in practice. And in this one, just over-rotate, under-rotate, but nonetheless misses the net.
Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Feeds the puck to Lantosi. Nice zone entry from the middle. Here's the pass. Oh, can't finish.
Well, he can't finish, but a great opportunity right there. Gets his stick on it as he's crashing the net.
Shakes loose. Long jam in front. That's broken up. Through center along the wing. Here's a chance. Tying seconds, and he makes the save. Well, that brings it into period number one. Still lots more action to go. Both teams will recharge and be back with more on-ice action in the second in no time.
Hey, hockey fans, follow the team all season long on the radio for every minute of play-by-play action, both home and away.
start this one. Let's see if that carries over here as we are still tied at the start of the second. But how do you sum up things so far here, partner? We've seen a period played already.
Grubauer has been so impressive tonight. Completely dialed in right from puck drop, cutting down his angles and making sure there's no second shot opportunities. His team needs to get going in front of him. This game's tied because of him.
On the attack along the boards. Shot! Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps him at bay.
Well, these are the saves when you know that the goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be scared of the shooter, that's a great save.
Slovakia's got a hold of the puck. Makes some space. And that one's turned aside. Burinson stick handling in his own zone. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. Picked up along the boards by Tatar. Team Slovakia's got it in their own zone. Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Great reach with the poke kick by Seider. Taken along the wall by Draisaitl. And he feeds it down to Cajon.
Stützle's had an impressive night so far. I mean, he's had a multiple-point night, creating a ton of offense. You know he's not done yet.
Oh, what a paddle save on the play. Covers it up, we'll get a stoppage in play.
Well, a ton of connected play on both sides of the puck right now, generating a ton of speed and offense. Both teams looking to score goals, high-danger scoring chances. Coaches don't like this one because there's not a lot of defense.
Lots of time left in this period. We got a tie game. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Slovakia's through center and now in the offensive end. Shot! Grabs it with the glove. And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. Slovakia's won the draw. Takes the feed at the back end. Hits it over. Easily turned away by the goalie's glove. Oh, a quick little pickpocket on the play. Cross-ice pass put off. They've got numbers here. Moves it to the middle. And that's stopped. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Team Germany's got it in the offensive zone. Play whistle dead, penalty coming up. Ferrarin's pick on the play has resulted in an interference penalty.
When your opponent doesn't have the puck, you can't interfere with their forward progress too much. You can cheat a little bit, James, but that's over the top.
Team Germany's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight.
An opportunity on their first power play of the game, James. And this is an opportunity to look at the coverage as well. See how they're playing it, whether they're going to be aggressive or sit back.
Team Slovakia's got a chance to work the transition game now shorthanded. Puck moved back to the neutral zone. Germany's got it from behind the net. Feeds it on over to Peterka. Slovakia's gained possession along the boards and manages to clear the zone. Germany's gained possession. Intercepts the pass. And a great save. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Hope everyone's enjoying the game here tonight. Another big face-off here on this power play. And they take possession. Nice job tangling him up on the draw. Can't get a hold of that pass. Moved up ahead after a nice pass from the right wing. Puts it on net. Turns it away on the slap shot. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. We're still in the early stages of this period. The next goal could be a big one as we are tied. Germany's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Big time stop there. Tries to feed it over to Demick. Steps into the offensive end. Team Germany's got a hold of it along the wall. From their own end, trying to kickstart this power play. Team Slovakia is going to be able to kill a few seconds off now with the puck. Grabbed along the board by Kernak. Demick's got it in the defensive end. Right through center and into the offensive zone. Team Germany's got possession of the puck. Germany's got the puck along the wall. And that's a great heads-up play by Demick. And the puck clears the zone. Time of the essence here.
Yeah, they can't skate it. They got to move it to be able to gain entry quickly.
He says, let's get physical on that play. Shot, scores! Sets a power play goal and puts them in front.
Well, that's perfect execution. You have that player advantage. You got to use it. They did it. Now they're ahead. This is why he's a goal scorer, James. He's in tight, almost like he's out of real estate, but he gets the goaltender to bite. This is exactly what you want to do. Then you make your next move, and he outweights the goaltender and puts it in by the post.
Team Germany's gone up by 1 here in the second period.
Well, it's been a lot of hard work and heavy lifting to get to this point, just to get that 1-goal lead, James. Not only do they want to hold on to it, they want to extend it now.
Germany's got the puck against the boards. Scooped up along the wall by Eisenschmidt. Team Slovakia is looking to break out. Germany's got control of it now from their own end. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Tatar. And some fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Look at that hit. Maybe try to wear down the opponents here. Slavkovsky's got it along the wing. Puck battle along the boards. Mueller's taking it from his own end. Slovakia's got the puck. Fires it. That goes wide. Germany's got the puck. Team Germany's ready to go on the attack. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Pospisil.
Well, you play the game differently depending on the situation. When you're up, you got to know it, and you got to game manage, and you got to puck manage. That turnover, coach isn't going to like that one at all.
And the puck's kicked free. Team Slovakia's got a hold of it against the wall. Levels him with the hit. Angles it over to Reeder. Team Slovakia's got possession at center. With possession along the wall. Dishes it off. And that shot, he stopped it. He stopped it.
He's like a rubber band, James. I thought he was out of the net, but he finds his way back in to make that save.
Here's a pass to the middle. Picked off in front. Picked up along the wall by Slavkovsky. Just a great defensive read there. Takes a shot. In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up.
Goaltender, they have to have talent. They have to have mobility. They have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second shot, and that's exactly what happens here. Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
Nearing the midway mark of the period. This one has been a good back-and-forth contest. We're sitting with a 4-3 hockey game. Team Germany's won the faceoff. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. Studenic has got it against the boards. And that's picked off in the defensive end. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Peterka. Intercepted at center by Trajkovic. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. Scoops up the puck now. Slovakia's got it along the wall. Germany's got the puck along the boards. Quick pass to Bach. And now he passes up to Peterka. Moves the puck along the half wall. Trying to get 2-2 with it and loses possession. Puck is frozen and we get a stoppage in play. Team Slovakia's got to find a way to break on through. They've had plenty of shots on net, and yet they trail here in period number 2. And they win the draw here in their own end. With the steal. And the puck escapes the zone, and they'll be forced to tag up. Germany's in on the offensive attack now. Across the line, down the left wall. Germany's looking to break out of their own end. Sends it across the ice. Drills them. Pass in front. And that doesn't connect. Siders lugging the puck. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Oh, he scoops that one. That was served up with a whole lot of spice. Still lots of time left here in this frame. Team Germany's clinging to this 4-3 lead. Well, that's one way to win the draw as he skates away with the puck after the two centers were tied up. Shot! And now it's grabbed by Draisaitl. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Bergman. Blocks him. Picked off in the open ice. Germany's got control of the puck. Taken by Cahoon. Puts it on net. Oh, he gets a blocker on it. What a stop by Riddick. Hammers the shot. Oh, they do it again.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. And I mean, that's just an explosive hit. Gets the job done.
Puck ready to drop here any moment to get things underway again. They take possession as he locks him up off the faceoff. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Slovakia's had a lot of good looks on net, but they continue to trail here in the second. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. He scores! It's back-to-back tallies!
Yeah, they've been chomping at the bit. Now they've got their opponent on their heels. They need a quick change here and find a way to continue the momentum. Well, he gets beat clean by the shot, James, and he's only one player in front of the net, but it's not about how many, it's about where you are, and when you take away the eyes of the defender, this is exactly what can happen.
Germany is now taking a 2-goal lead here in the second.
Well, that's a huge goal. That's going to give him a 2-goal cushion. You can see the excitement on the bench right now. That's all it takes to have an impact. They put it in the net. Now they can take a deep breath and go play with creativity.
Fires it on net, and he gets just enough to keep it out.
Grubauer has been a consistent presence in the crease, James. I mean, he's made the stops he's needed to, but his team's playing extremely well, and that's why they have a comfortable lead.
Kowalski's got it in the offensive end. Quick shot! Oh, he steps up with the glove to stop that one. Slides the puck over. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Skates to the crease, and there's a glove save on the play.
What an incredible save in a high-danger scoring area. I mean, right in the slot, he's in perfect position to make that glove save.
Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. Germany's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. And they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Slovakia's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Here's a shot. Too many bodies in the way. it from the left wing. Along the half wall with the puck. Gets it over to Studenic. And that's intercepted, and they'll go on the attack. Quick feed to Eisenschmidt. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Nice zone entry from the left. Slides it across. Into the corner of the attacking area. A shot. Puck scooped up by Sider. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Takes a shot. Comes up with a stop. Team Slovakia's got it in their own zone. Cutting to the front of the net. Denied by the puck stopper. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Team Slovakia's effort at some point has to pay off. They've had plenty of scoring chances, but they still trail in this one. Slovakia's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. From the left side, they enter the offensive zone. Slovakia's got the puck along the wall. Moves it quickly over to Demick. Team Slovakia's in now. Here's a shot, and that caroms off a body in traffic. Strong feed from along the boards. Demick's got the puck. Here's a pass in front, and he denies that great opportunity there. Still lots of time left in the period. Team Germany's got a 2-goal cushion here. They lead at 5-3. And off the draw, they'll take possession. Up along the wing. Slovakia's got a hold of it along the wall. Germany's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Grabs the puck in the defensive zone. And there's the whistle icing the call.
Grubauer's doing a great job of making first, second, and third saves, but that's what's also telling you is that the defense has not been there tonight, James. Not doing a good job of protecting the middle of the ice or protecting their goaltender. They're lucky that he's bailing them out right now. They got to find a way to answer the call and garner their own momentum.
Well past the midway mark of this period, it's a 2-goal game with a 5-3 score. And they win the face-off and set up to go in the attack.
Center wins that one clean. Everyone's ready for the puck. They know they're attacking now with the tired group that they're playing against.
Receives the pass. Shot. Blocked. He may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great throw shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
I don't think anybody was hanging on to the puck after that hit. Here's a chance, and makes the save. They're going to fight here. This certainly seemed inevitable.
Well, yeah, I mean, their player's injured, right? So anytime a player goes down, you don't think it's a clean hit. You're going to respond, and the response here is dropping the gloves.
Just coming to the aid of a fallen teammate.
Well, yeah, and it's the way that it happened, right? They don't think it was a clean hit, and so now all of a sudden they want retribution. They want to let them know that they can't take action this way, and, they duked it out.
Well, I hope they enjoyed the action because they're going to be watching the rest of this one from upstairs.
Yeah, and that's the call. You fight in this league, you're going to get ejected, so they'll spend the rest of it in the showers.
Germany's got a hold of the puck. Slides it diagonally to Patrick. Puck clears the zone, and they'll be forced to regroup. Here's a chance to make something happen inside the neutral zone. Picked up along the boards by Slavkovsky. Oh, going wide! Germany's got the puck behind the net. Gaining momentum along the wing. Oh, and here's the pass. Denied by the goaltender.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
He grabs the puck here at the point. Takes a shot. Slovakia has found some offense, and now they suddenly have made this game a lot more interesting here in the second.
And they changed the momentum. You can see it in the body language and the confidence. They've got themselves within striking distance of an even game.
And now it's over to Cahoon. Germany's on the attack. Stones him with the blocker. Can't hang on to the puck after taking a knock. Slovakia's got a hold of the puck now. Puts the puck on net. Big time stop. Makes a save again.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. I mean,
Scores! Leon Draisaitl.
when we have a look at it, James, it looks like it's redirected, and that's just beautiful timing, and get the hands away from the body, be able to get it to go the opposite direction of the goaltender.
Germany's extended the lead to 2 here in the second.
And I think they need to continue to play desperate. Don't sit back. There's a lot of runway left. Continue to take control of the game.
Team Slovakia's got a hold of the puck off the draw. Studenic has got it in the offensive zone. Tough save by the goalie. And we'll get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on.
Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 51 seconds.
Team Slovakia has been the busier team offensively with way more shots on goal, but they still trail in the second. Slovakia's got it, and they're on the attack. Here he is in front! Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play. Some last-second communication before both teams get ready to drop the puck here. Off the face-off, they take the puck. Team Slovakia's got it now. Blocked in traffic. Puck picked up by Reeder. Across the line. What a steal in his own end.
Playing with confidence is one thing, but then you can be overconfident as well, James, especially when you have a lead. You want to make sure you're in good positioning to be able to backtrack and help out your defense.
Germany's got the puck against the half wall. Oh, club save and a beauty. There's the whistle as the goalie hangs on. Team Slovakia is going to start with the puck in their own end. A little back and forth. Takes the feed. Knocks the puck down with a stick. Breakaway. Oh, how did he keep it out? What a blocker stop by Riddick. Team Germany's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. Slovakia's looked good offensively to this point, but they continue to trail here in the second. And they win the defensive zone faceoff. Moves the puck. Oh, they'll be forced to start over from center as the puck leaves the zone. Cahoon's going to play against the half wall. And the puck's not loose. Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he picks it off. Slides the puck into the offensive zone. Germany's got control of it now from their own end. Works it across to Holzer. Slides the puck over to Draisaitl. And they cough it up at center. Moves around along the half wall. Team Slovakia's got possession of the puck. Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Shot! Oh, what a stop by Riddick!
Listen, James, the shooter's in the the slot. This is as high danger as it can get, and he challenges. He's set, ready to go in great position, and makes the save as a result.
Officials getting ready to drop the puck to get play back underway. Offense is on face-off, and he wins the draw. Scores! Deuces wild as that's his second of the game.
Well, he's got 2 tallies on the score sheet, James, but I love this game off the puck as well. I think that he's had a hard nose on the forecheck. He's hounded it, he's hunted it, and guess what? He's been rewarded for his efforts. We see players working from this area all the time in practice. A quick snapshot, goalie can't get set to position in time, and it winds up in the back of the net.
Germany's got a lot of skill on this roster, and we are seeing it in full effect. And we're only, halfway through this game here in period number 2?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? I mean, the confidence in which the entire lineup is playing with is outstanding. The puck's on their stick. They're working their magic and manipulating their opponent.
Scores! That's 3 in a row!
Oh, it's so much easier when you're running in the game and your opponent is chasing, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Man, does he ever make this goal look easy, James? And it is tougher than it looks. Trust me. That puck is elevated. It's in the air. So your timing with your stick to be able to make contact and enough force to put that thing in the net, it ain't easy.
Team Germany's added yet another to extend this lead, and they are just flying tonight here in period number 2.
And they've completely worn their opponent down, so they have no energy to get to the puck or try and create. And this is a testament to their whole lineup. They came ready to play.
Oh, what a save in front!
It's amazing to me how he always looks like he's in the right position because he tracks and reads the play so well. And this time he gets in front of the puck. That's right in the middle of the ice as the shooter's got a dangerous opportunity.
Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up.
Just want to have a look at his assists here, James, so far in this game. You really sense that he's spatially aware tonight. When that puck is on his stick, it really is on a string. I mean, he's manipulating his opponent. He's creating space, but he has just a knack to know exactly where his line mates are. He's threading the needle, he's creating, and he has a couple helpers so far.
Slovakia is trailing in this one, but it isn't for a lack of effort. They've had all sorts of scoring chances tonight. Takes possession off the draw. Right up Main Street and on the attack. Shot! Left side made by Grubauer. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Centers are set, face-off ready to resume play. Nice job tying up his opponent. And he cuts it big again.
Goaltender spends so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this puck is coming from, and he makes the save.
Derek Hart's moving the puck through his own zone. Slovakia's got him along the wall. Puts it on net. That's bluffed by Grubauer. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. And that's blocked in traffic. Puck is frozen, and we'll get a face-off. Oh, and he takes possession of the puck from off the wing with the centers all locked up there off the draw. They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. Moves it to Paterka. the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Slovakia's had a lot of good looks offensively, but they have run into one hot goaltender, which is why they trail late in this second. Kashkovic has got it, and they'll go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Grubauer's going to hang on for a whistle. Officials ready to drop the puck and get things back underway. Germany's won the draw. Sends the pass over. Team Germany's got the puck along the wall. Scores another one, and listen to these fans now, Cheryl. They don't like it one bit.
Oh, they don't like it, James. It is ugly inside the building. You couldn't get anything going on the ice, and even harder when your own fans are booing. I love the placement of this shot, James. It's an incredible shot to be able to put the puck stick side. Goaltender has no chance to set position. Tough save to me.
Team Slovakia is going to switch things up between the pipes.
Sometimes you just have to reset, and they're going to get him out of the net. And he's skating off fast. He wants out of there.
Team Germany's got more than a few smiles on the bench tonight as they inch closer and closer to the end of the second period.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a consistent effort right through 2 periods of play now, James. And they're going to head into this intermission. It could disrupt their rhythm. And they got to make sure they stay focused, they stay intense, and they come ready to start the third the way they started the first and second.
Team Slovakia's gained possession along the boards. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Gowanki.
I get when you're losing, James, that you want to get something going. You want to spark your team. You have the puck on your stick, but sometimes you can try and do too much, and I think that's a product of that as he loses the puck.
Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Fires it. Turned aside with the glove by Grubauer. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off. Slovakia's goal scorers need to find a way to finish on some of these chances as they continue to trail here late in this middle frame. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. Takes a shot. Denies him. He got all of it. Germany's gained the line and into the zone. Handles the puck. Tries to feed it over to Pospisil. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Eisenschmidt. Takes a shot. Oh, what a save with the glove. Team Slovakia's got the puck in the defensive end. Along the right side into the offensive zone. Shot. Oh, how did he get a piece of that and make the save?
The key to being a great goaltender is not giving up second shot opportunities, and it's playing the rebounds to the corner. He does an excellent job here.
Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Turn that chance aside. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Taken along the wall by Reeder. Feeds it down low. Here's a chance. Sends it in front. Can't get the shot off. Takes the puck at the point. And the long-range shot goes off target.
Oh, another miss, James. I think it's in his head. He has been firing it all night and missing the target.
Dreisaitl's got the puck in his own zone. Sends a pass over. Here's an on-man rush. Fires it on net. Turns it aside with the glove. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get a reset here. Centers glide into the dot as a face-off ready to resume play. And with the two centers tangled up, the winger skates away with it. Slovakia's got the puck against the boards. Grubauer's got the puck, and he's going to hang on. Team Team Slovakia's had plenty of good looks offensively, but they have been snake-bitten as they trail late in this second period. Team Germany's taken possession in their own end. Here they come up along the wing. He got all of that one. Picked up along the boards by the Turco. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. And he catches that one with the glove. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Germany's won the faceoff. Takes it in front. Swatted aside by the blocker. Here's the pass in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. Germany's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Shuts him down. Germany's got possession here in the offensive zone. Douglas opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. Germany's won the draw and they'll go to work. Oh, misses the net. You know he'll walk that one back, Cheryl.
He certainly will, James. That puck is following him around, and you can see he saw the opening, but wasn't able to put it on net.
Stojkovic just got it along the wing. Handles the pass. Puts it on net. Way too much congestion blocks that. And it's kicked away. Slovakia's got the puck along the boards. And he turns that one aside. Look at that. He's creating a whole lot of space there. And less than a minute to go here in the middle frame. All alone. Oh, and I think he got confused what he was going to do there.
You can see him looking at the goaltender, whether he's going to shoot or deke, and while he's thinking, he's running out of real estate.
Connects with a long lead pass here in the middle. Oh, what a move. Can't keep a hold of it as he's jostled off the puck. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Slovakia's got to find ways to finish because they continue to trail here late in the second. While the Suns are jammed up, nice job by the winger to steal the puck. Puck possession so critical in today's game, and the official ready to drop the puck right here. And they win the draw here in their own end. Slides the puck across to Bergman. Denied by the goaltender. Scrum ensues along the boards. And a heads-up kick pass over to his teammate. Blocks him. Douglas going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck.
Well, let's face it, James, you're getting blown out in a game, you're really trailing, it's deflating. It's very deflating, you don't know how to get back in it. So often, sometimes, you just start hitting things, trying to physically engage yourself and seeing if you can spark something anywhere.
Germany's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. Too much congestion blocks the shot. Here's a chance. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. And there's the horn. 2 down, 1 more to go. Both teams will get a chance to catch their breath and get ready for a big third period next.
Hey fans, don't forget our 50-50 draws coming up in the middle of the third period. Get your tickets now. That pot continues to grow.
Welcome back, everyone. Both teams lined up at center ice, and we are ready to get this third period underway. Puck is dropped on the third, and if you love offense, well, stick around for this one. All right, let's get Cheryl Bounder back into the mix here. 2 periods down, 1 to go. How do you sum up what you've seen?
Team Germany's been consistent through 40 minutes of play here, James, and they have a comfortable lead. Now it's about bringing it home, and in order to do that, you got to make sure that you're defensively responsible. Dreisaitl's been a dominant performer in this game. I'd love to see his possession numbers post-game. I mean, I think his metrics are going to be outstanding. He had tons of good looks here, James, throughout the game. Finally capitalizes. But I love that his process stayed the same. He worked hard, he got to the spots, and he continued to get the looks.
Team Slovakia's had a lot of good looks on goal, but they still trail early in the third. Germany's won the draw. It's a short pass to the goal. Oh, I thought he had the corner and just missed.
Well, it looked like he did. You could just see that inside leg just bear down the bottom hand as well, but he's unable to convert.
Quick pass to Bergman. Here they come on the attack. Quick shot, and he makes the save. Angles it over to Tatar. Nice feed at center, moves up ahead now. Germany's looking to break out of their own end. With possession along the wall. And he takes the dish. Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. Germany's got the puck in their own end. Passes it over. Denies him with the save. Right on the doorstep. Denies him again.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
Teams are ready to go, and we're about moments away from puck drop. Team Slovakia's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Germany's moving the puck through center ice. Slovakia's got it behind the net. Team Slovakia's got a hold of it against the wall. Studenic has got it against the boards. Takes it to the net. Oh, the glove save. Where'd that come from?
Goaltenders work so much on their reaction time, and man, this is just a clinic right now as he flashes the glove and makes the save.
Team Slovakia has played well tonight, but they still trail here early in this third period despite leading in the shot department. Here's a shot, and he makes a save there. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. Team Germany's got it in the defensive zone. Germany's got a hold of the puck. Team Germany's on the attack. Passes out front. Great defensive heads-up play to pick it off. Grabbed along the board by Tajkovic. Oh, he had that corner, but he puts it off the outside of the post.
Slovakia has been getting a ton of good looks and generating opportunities, but going off the post, just getting some bad bounces, some unlucky ones. They're going to have to create their own fortune.
On the right side, takes the pass. Moves the puck along the half wall. Slovakia's got it from behind the net. Takes the feed up ahead. Grubauer's going to make a wise decision here and get a whistle.
A great decision, James. I mean, his opponent's been coming at him full throttle. He wants to slow this down. They're winning this game right now. He's facing a ton of shots, and he knows he's got to be strong down this stretch. He's got to reset his entire group right now, and he tries to do it by getting that whistle.
Scooped up along the wall by Kostasel. Dishes it to Draisaitl. Puck grab by Cahoon. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. Along the half wall with the puck. Picks off the pass in the defensive zone. neutral zone. Moves it around along the half wall. Team Germany's got the puck. Picked up along the wall by Mueller. Here's a shot. Handles that one.
Rebound control is critical in the game of hockey. Putting it to the corner, and now the offensive player has to hound the puck. Slavkovsky's had such an impressive night offensively. You know that's his wheelhouse, as he loves to have the puck on his stick. He creates, he's confident with it, and he's got a multi-point game.
And a great save.
Well, that shot came quick, and it was right out front. He had to be sharp. He had to be right on it and show his brilliant reflexes.
Takes it by the Turco. Gets a piece of it with the cover.
Stupid.
Scores.
Oh, that's a really tough break for the tender, James. I mean, listen, when structure breaks down and there's all kinds of stuff going on in front of you, you can't track, you can't get your eyes on the puck, and it winds up in the back of your net.
Germany's performance tonight still showing no signs of let up here in this third period.
Well, they've had such an impressive performance, James. It's been dominant in all areas of the ice, and there's been no leg or no let-up. The message has been clear by the coaching staff as well as everyone on the bench. Keep pushing.
Walked off the puck. Team Slovakia's got a hold of the puck now. Kicked up ahead to his teammate who skates away.
Often goaltenders today, they drop into the butterfly as a default position to make themselves as big as possible. Idea being you want to take away as much of the net as you can. There's a lot of bodies in front, so a smart shot. He can't find it, and it finds its way to the back of the net.
Team Slovakia's got to find a way to continue to attack here now, right, Cheryl?
Yeah, and they're going to do that by throwing defensive structure out the window and just pushing forward. You can expect 4 players to be involved in the attack when they get going north.
And now he angles it across to Studenic. Slovakia's got the puck against the half wall. And he takes the feed. Going with a stop.
Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 3 seconds.
Stutzla's feeling it tonight here, James. He's got the hot hand and the vibe, the mojo. Call it what you will. He's got a hat trick in this game. Just send him over the boards, coach. Get the puck to him, because if he gets it, it's going in.
Team Slovakia's had no shortage of offensive scoring chances, but they still trail here in this third period. Team Germany's got the win off that draw. Puck scooped up by Studenic. And that's blocked from someone in front. Made the save on the play. They go on the attack through center. Takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Slovakia's got a hold of it along the wall. Here they come. Germany's got the puck inside the defensive zone. With some open space at center. Good use of the body to knock them off the puck. Taken along the wall by Lantosi. Here's a shot. Oh, he kind of struggled with that one, but he got just enough to keep it out. Germany's got the puck along the wall. Here they come inside the neutral zone. Here they come on the rush. Cuts to the front. Another hit. He will feel this one by the end of the night.
Tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly. If he doesn't expected a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
Team Slovakia's got to be frustrated with how things have played out tonight, trailing in this third period. Germany's got the puck inside the offensive zone. Spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Slovakia's got possession of the puck. Slafkovsky's taking it from his own end. Slovakia's through center and now in the offensive end. And that goes off a body. Picked up along the boards by Marincin. From the point, standing tall with the save. Germany's looking to break out. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut.
As a defender, you love when your goaltender has this kind of rebound control. Makes your life so much easier.
Puck picked up by Chernak. Quick feed to Tatar. Slovakia's got it along the wall. And the save. Germany's gained possession along the boards. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Slovakia's got control of it now from their own end. Tatar's crossed the line and gained the zone. Puts it on in. Oh, it stays out. He got a piece of that one. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Slovakia's got the... Scores! And threes! The magic number! There's the
And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home. Well, these below-the-goal-line goals are so difficult to track, James. I mean, when the puck carrier's below the goal line, everyone's turned puck focus, toes are turned, and the shooter gets lost in coverage to a quiet area of the ice and makes himself available for the pass. He delivers a one-timer that just beats the goaltender who's still looking at the puck.
Slovakia's fan base watching, streaming, taking this one in wherever, probably wondering, where was this earlier?
Yeah, it's frustrating for an athlete when you know what you can play like, you know your team can play like, you just don't perform. But late in the game here, they need goals. They need a pile of them if they even want to have an opportunity to get their tender out of the net.
And a good use of the body to knock the puck loose. And he loses control here. He gets a piece of it with his trapper. Nice play.
On today's game, the goaltenders are often so huge, it's hard to believe that they can move across the 4x6 this quickly. Look at this post-to-post action. I mean, just a terrific save.
Shot! Grabs him with the glove. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Team Slovakia's had a lot to like about their game tonight. Decided advantage in the shot department, but they still trail here in the third. Looks to set up at the point now. Lays out to block it. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. And that's blocked. Team Slovakia's got the puck. Moves it quickly over to Varamari. Across the line and on the attack. And he shuts the door on that. Germany's got a hold of it against the wall. Moves it to Cajon. They've got the defense outnumbered. Fires it. And he's ready for that save. Here's a short pass to Cajon. Oh, it's another consecutive save.
What a sequence. I mean, he's been outstanding making consecutive saves. I mean, his defense, they got to start playing.
And that slides right out to center ice. Grabbed along the boards by Brandt. Reeder's lugging the puck. Nice zone entry from the middle. Takes a shot. Makes the save. Team Slovakia's got the puck. Slovakia's got the puck in the defensive end. Moves into the slot. Makes the save, but barely with that one. Draisaitl stick handling in his own zone. Team Slovakia's grabbed a hold of the puck. Oh, we'll get some tired defenders as icing is the call. And And the centers glide towards the dot here as we got a face-off set to go. Team Slovakia's got the puck after winning the defensive zone face-off. He got all of that one. Puck grab by Pospisil. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Germany's got a hold of the puck now. Here's a chance on the attack. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional. Certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
Slovakia's failed to convert on scoring opportunities, and lots of them here in this third period. And they win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Comes up with the stop. Quick pass to Kowalski. Solid check to slow him down. Here's a shot. And that one's denied. Oh, and he makes another save. Moves it to the offensive zone. Shot. Great glove save. In front of the net, and the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Team Germany's won the defensive zone draw. And he takes the pass. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Big time stop there. Handles the pass from the right side. Oh, look at this. Here they come. They've got numbers. Germany's got a hold of it off the wall. Quick feed to Draisaitl. Team Germany's across the blue line. Avoids the poke check. Great save from in tight.
I absolutely love this save, James. I mean, the shooter's in a point-blank range, right in that low slot, and it's just taken away. Grand larceny.
Slovakia's got it against the boards. He got knocked right onto the enemy's bench.
Enemy territory, you can see the jostling that's going around on it, and I think he's a little flushed right now, James, maybe with embarrassment.
Grabs the puck here in the neutral zone. And now it's grabbed by Slavkovsky. Takes the pass. Takes the bump and loses control of the puck. Team Slovakia's gained possession. Germany's got control of the puck. Fires it on net. Makes the save. Slovakia's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Oh, and then they're back on offense. Shuts them down. Moves the pass in front. He scores! What a play!
Well, what a great defensive play with instincts to be able to lead to this goal here, James. It's all about anticipation as he disrupts that pass and gets going the other way. I mean, you have to know exactly where you are on the ice to be able to make that play.
Team Germany's offense continues to shine here in this third period.
Well, this has got to be a dream for a coach. You know that they're telling their team in the intermission to make sure they stay to business, stay to task, stay focused. And that's exactly what they've done, and they just hammered their opponent.
Eisenschmidt's got it along the wing. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. Slovakia's had countless shots throughout the night, but they still find themselves behind the 8 ball here in period number 3. Team Slovakia's got a hold of the puck. Takes the feed. Germany's going to play the puck from behind the cage.
There's been so much offense in this game, James. It's been real entertaining for us and the fans in the building. Listen, I was more of a defensive specialist, so I wouldn't have been up in the tap, but clearly the game's changing.
Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the face-off. Slovakia's going to start with the puck in their own end. Sends it out in front, and that Launches off a body and a ride. Sends it in front. And that's intercepted. Dumps the puck in. And the Tendy steps out to play it. That's moved up ahead. Tosses it to Bergman. Passes it over to Cahoon. Right side set up ahead into the middle of the ice. Here's a chance. Fantastic save. Team Slovakia's got possession of the puck. Moves the puck into the attacking area. On the attack along the boards. Quick shot with the stop. Team Germany's got the puck along the wall. Through center. From center they get into the attacking area. Nice poke check. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
Just a great defensive read there. Taken by Lantosi. And we'll get a breather here with offside the call. Slovakia's run into a hot goaltender tonight. They've had no shortage of scoring opportunities, but yet they can't convert, and they trail here in the third. Oh, he'll feel that one. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Into the corner of the attacking area. Look at this. Denies him in close. Brings the ball up the post.
Germany's players are continuing to press, and I really like this about their game, James. Yes, they just wired one off the post, but they're playing with the lead. They're continuing to attack. They're not sitting back at all.
Denies him. Team Germany's gained possession along the boards. Now into the offensive zone for the right side. There's a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. And he shuts the door again.
You can certainly tell that the goaltender is dialed in on that last sequence of saves, James. He's to position, so he finds a way to make multiple saves back-to-back.
Tracks the puck away. Moves it quickly over to Pospisil. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Scores! And they get one back here.
I guess it's something to look at positively, James. I mean, the goal scorer certainly is going to feel happy that they've contributed, but they're going to have to find a way to dig themselves out of this hole, and it's a large one at that. They're going to put their work boots on and try and kick it into high gear if they even want an opportunity to claw their way back in this game. You know that goaltenders have been taught to drop into that butterfly position and really try to cover a majority of the net, trying to make themselves as big as possible, James. But the shooter, guess what? They work on their accuracy, and this is pinpoint as it's buried home.
Team Slovakia's recognized that they're not going to play run time here, so at least try to make it respectable.
Respectable, and they can finish with physicality, and that's something that the staff will be telling them. Also look for everyone to be jumping into the attack, trying to get some pressure on their opponent and get some much-needed goals.
Germany's got the puck now. Slides it diagonally to Eisenschmidt. Germany's going on the attack as they gain the zone. There's an explosion of energy with that hit. Gets a hold of the puck from the right side. Germany's got a hold of it against the wall. Team Slovakia's got it in their own zone. Working the puck deep inside their own end. Puts it on net. Oh, gets a little piece of it and keeps it on the net. Slovakia's regained possession of the puck. Takes a shot. Oh, can't get it to go.
Well, and it's a good scoring chances. A quick release shot, but unable to convert.
Here's a shot. Oh, and he just got enough of that one to keep it out. And some good footwork to kick it away. Germany's gained possession along the boards. Team Germany's got it in their own zone. Takes it over. Picked off by Studenic.
That's both poor puck and game management, James. When you're up, you want to make sure that you protect the lead. Just a product of trying to do too much there. Sometimes a safe play is the best one.
And now he tries to get it across to Cahoon. Germany's got the puck along the boards. From behind the net. And now he moves it quickly to Mueller. Risky play, but pokes it away. Down turnover. Team Germany's got it along the wall. Moves it to Reeder. Huge steal in his own end. Slides the puck across to Pospisil. Germany's looking to break out of their own end. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Shot! Oh, gets a blocker on it to turn it away. And he connects with the long bomb. Germany's got it from behind the net. Here's a short pass to Holzer. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. Backhand with intention. Oh, stick save and a beaut. Scrum along the boards, they battle for the puck. Scooped up along the wall by Buck. Oh, and just a great heads-up play by Rankosi. Team Slovakia is in transition. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. Team Germany's got possession here in the neutral zone. Puck scooped up by Buck. And the lane's clogged up, blocking that. Slovakia's got a hold of the puck now. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Takes a hit on the play. Works it across the puck. Shot! Denies him with the save. Close! Under siege and finally grabs that one and covers up for a whistle. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. Germany's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. And we got a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Team Slovakia has won the face-off deep in their own end. Germany's going to play from the corner. Here's a chance. Stopped by the goaltender.
I love that he swallowed this one up with his glove. It's a real threat coming from the slot area. No rebound to boot.
Team Slovakia's got possession here in their own end. Forward's got it in the defensive end. And he coughs it up with a pass. Oh, one of his teammates is right in the shooting lane there. Quick pass across to Mueller. No room for that one to get through. Team Germany's got a hold of it along the wall. Germany's grabbed a hold of the puck. Oh, it goes right on the post.
Team Germany's players are starting to squeeze their sticks a little bit tight here, James. They continually hit the post. Listen, the good part is they're still in the lead, so they got to free themselves up a little bit and find the netting.
Played big in the moment there.
You know the goalie's dialed in when he redirects the puck to the corner.
Team Germany's got the puck. Puck picked up by Kovic. And he makes the save. Germany's got a hold of the puck. Team Germany's on the attack. Hard hit, frees up the puck. Picked up along the wall by Kovic. Slides the puck across. And a good heads-up defensive play in the open ice. Germany's got it in the neutral zone. Comes back to the middle. Oh, he comes up with a stop. And the puck's booted away. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Centers are set, face-off ready to resume play. Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. Dishes it off. Quick pass to Morinson. Takes the feed. Moves the puck along the half wall. Here's a shot. And that goes off, pours off a body. something happen along the boards. Team Slovakia's got possession of the puck. And the puck's kicked free. And that battle along the wall comes to an end. Quick feed to Studenic. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Puts it on net. Stopped by the goaltender. Reeder's taking it from his own end. They've got some momentum here. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Puck grab by Studenic. Sends it over to Kajakovic. Almost down to the final minute here in this third. Team Germany's got the puck in the defensive end. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Team Slovakia's got the puck in their own end. Horace's got it in the defensive zone. Germany's moving it into the offensive end. Scrum along the wall. Slovakia's got the puck along the wall. Grabs it in his own end. Germany's gained possession. Now over to Cahoon. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Good hit on the play. Team Slovakia's got a hold of it against the wall. Puck moved over to Slavkovsky. Pushes it across to Tatar. Germany's got the puck. Receives the pass. Denied by the goaltender. Moves the puck down low. Does it again with the stop.
As a goaltender, you have to be able to read and anticipate the play. He does it perfectly and is able to negate the shot.
And that's all she wrote on this one as we are in the books. Team Germany's victorious tonight on the ice. And you got the stat sheet in front of you there, partner. What stands out for you?
Oh, the coveted strength down the middle. James, you know that team success comes at the dot and through the middle of the ice, and they executed perfectly and controlled the game off of their high face-off percentage.
Hope everyone had as much fun as we did here tonight. For all of us at EA Sports, I'm James Cybulski saying peace.